Well, US President Donald Trump has responded after a wave of artists cancelled their performances as part of America's 250th birthday celebrations.
Yeah, let's get some more. We're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford. Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
The president has proposed that he headlines the event himself.
Why not? Simple solution, right? Because as he actually said, and this is all official stuff, he said himself on Truth Social that, he can pull bigger crowds than Elvis pulled in his prime. So, that's a great sales pitch. So why shouldn't he go and fill in for all these artists? So what's going on here? So they were doing this whole series of concerts, which was to celebrate the 250th birthday, if you like, of the USA. And then suddenly artists started dropping out. Now, to be honest with you, it wasn't the most impressive lineup to begin with. But people of some note, like Bret Michaels and Martina McBride, the Commodores, they all said, no, we were going to do it, but we're now pulling out, because what they discovered was that this was not going to be a non-partisan event to celebrate this anniversary, but rather they believed it had become much more of a political rally, and they didn't want to do that, even though all of those artists are known to be Republicans. So what are you left with? Well, you're left with Vanilla Ice, and you're left with half of Milli Vanilli, because one half's dead, died 28 years ago. That's it. That's all you've got for all the concerts. So it's very hard to see how they could even go ahead and do anything of what's being proposed. But as we know, President Trump will come to the rescue, and he himself will now hold a MAGA rally, which will take the place of this all-star concert. So what a solution.
It's worth noting for our younger viewers too, Milli Vanilli famously were miming.
Yes,
like they never sang a song, right?
That's right.
No,
so now one half of either Milli or Vanilli is just going to get on stage and mime.
Yeah, and they became they still are like a punchline to jokes. Yeah.